Greetings, Inquisitors. Welcome or welcome back to the Holocron. This is the week 22 special edition in the Rise of Obticeo. I'm going to go through in great detail all the stuff that I did in week 22 to farm for this account. I did it for week 21. If you want to watch that Holocron first, it might make sense to have a look at that. But if not, hey, I hope you have fun with this one. It is a long Holocron. It's in a lot of detail. It's meant to help newer players or people who just want to see for themselves how it is that I farm this account and bring these characters up to relic level quickly and efficiently. So just as a reminder, here's what we're going to watch for. At regular energy, we're going to farm a standard set of hard nodes at reset. I'm working on the same nodes all the time. Then we're going to focus on a single piece of gear, and we're going to farm that over and over and over again until we complete the piece of gear. For fleet energy, same thing. We're going to do some standard hard farms at the reset, focus on a single piece. If you have more hard farms than you can finish at your reset with 3 standard refreshes, then I would suggest cut back on those farms and give yourself some freedom to farm up relic pieces. Focus, you're going to see that I constantly maintain the focus. I'm not working on a bunch of different teams and characters. We're going to work on Shakti and the Troopers first, Imperial Troopers second, Padme third, specifically Jedi Anakin. And then we're going to work on collecting shards and doing things for future projects. In the shops, the warehouse strategy, you're going to see that I'm building a bank of materials. We're going to constantly be making purchases, especially from the shard shop. Even if it's not for a current active relic project, I'm still going to warehouse all those materials. And actually, it's interesting, if you watch this update and then the next one, we've warehoused so many materials, it'll take us 3 weeks to relic the ARC Trooper, and then we'll turn around and we will relic Shakti in 1 week. And that's because of this warehouse strategy. It's because I've got a bunch of materials saved up, and I'm able to very quickly turn that around and relic my next character. Shard Shop, just if you're not familiar with how to feed the shard shop, watch for it in this video, watch for it in the prior video. Just constantly, everything I can get into that shard shop, working on the Bronzium packs, Cantina currency, Galactic War Store, fleet currency when needed. You can see from the last video that I just save a bank of fleet currency, and then when there's something actually in the shard shop that I can't quite afford, I run over to the fleet store, convert a couple, and make that work. All right, let's get into it. Let's take a look at what happened, how we ran the account in great detail for week 22 in the Rise of Obticeo. So it starts out with with week 21. Remember, we've done the update video, but the day still isn't over yet, right? So we still have the reset, we still have to farm, we still have to shop. We're going to buy the TIE Fighter pilot down here. Again, future project, going to want it someday. Might as well get it to 7 stars. We've got 3,600 in the bank. We had 4,000 in the bank, so it's okay to make some of these purchases and stock up for future projects. Slave 1 is another project that we will want someday, so we'll go ahead and buy the shards out of there. We could farm that from the fleet as well someday if we need it. We're going to buy these electro binoculars, and again, it's the warehouse strategy, right? We don't really need the binoculars right now, but we only have around 80 of them, and once we need them, I'd like to have 100 of them. If I had 100 of them, I wouldn't have made that purchase. So that's what we're looking at for kind of the warehouse theory. All right, now I'm going to come in here again, check our guild activities. We're always going to check the guild activities, find out what day it is in the guild objective. When you go into your objectives, it's the tab all the way over to the right. You can see what the objective is for the day, what your placement is with that objective, and make sure that you're working on that. So here we're in fleet. We're going to do the hard nodes. We're farming Jedi Anakin's ship. We're going to farm the B1 battle droid. Again, future project for someday. Enfys Nest, we're going to farm because we want to build Enfys Nest on every account. Mando is another character. Again, I'm passively farming him sometimes when it's hard node day, or when I feel like I have the extra energy to spend. Going into mods, we're just going to farm some potency mods for the day. We do our 3 refreshes and get as many of these mods into the inventory as we're able to. All right, then we'll go take a look at Cantina. We're farming signal data. We're also farming Chief Chirpa sometimes. So we come in here, we take a look. We need a little bit of blue data. We're probably lowest on that compared to everything else. So we're going to do some refreshes today on the Cantina. Build up this blue energy. And again, that's to satisfy the guild objectives for the day. We can come in here, collect up our prizes for a raid, go join another raid, and we'll come in here and we'll take a look at territory war. We'll place some territory war defenses. We'll come back to farming the hard nodes for the regular energy. Dark Trooper, we farm Wrecker because the VTLB Y-Wing is on that node, so we're actually farming the ship. But I like to make it easy and just pick these characters. Jedi Consular, you can pick his ship. It's on the same node as the Hyena Bomber. So that's, we're farming the Hyena Bomber off that node, so there we go. Queel and the Imperial TIE Bomber. These pilotless ships are valuable, and if you need to farm them later, they just take a long time. So on the Obticeo account, I decided to just go for a bunch of these pilotless ships early. Generically, they're good ships, and we can afford to do that among our other projects. All right, so fleet energy left over. We're going to go in there and farm that golden stun cuff. That's the next piece that we need on this ARC Trooper to try to finish out his next relic piece and lock it in. In the shops, we're always going to buy these 4 standard things off of the front page that we can buy for credits. We're going to use those in the scavenger to convert for relic materials. So we're always going to be able to make use of those purchases. Come in here, finish up our Galactic War for the day. That way we can convert some currency for Galactic War into Shard Shop currency. Take a look at mods. Take a look at fleet. The Razor Crest is here. Always buy that Razor Crest. I've been buying it since the account started. So 22 weeks, that's how many Razor Crest shards I've been able to develop. Not enough to buy anything out of the guild store. So we move on. Buying a cybernetics piece out of the shard shop. Convert a little bit more currency. We can buy this med pack. We'd like to have 50 of those in the bank. Again, that's the warehouse strategy. We're under 50. So we're going to go ahead and convert some shards and grab that piece out of there so that if we do need to develop a character, and I think you'll see later, we end up with those 40 pieces and we really can't close out the last 5, and we do need the part. That's a part that costs 50 out of the shops. So I do believe that we end up going and spending 150 for 10 of those shards to develop a character. And that's why, in my gear video, I talk about when you need certain pieces of gear that only cost 15 per shard out of the shop. It's actually more efficient to buy them out of there than it is to farm them. All right, in the shops, again, same thing, standard stuff. Force stuff over to the shard shop, make more purchases here to feed the shard shop. 4,000 in the bank in the fleet store. Rex's ARC 170 is rare. I'm going to buy that when it shows up. Zam we're collecting, TIE Fighter Pilot we're collecting. Come over here to the shard shop, convert what we've got. Everything here is looking good, right? Med pack we always prioritize as the first purchase. We've got the armor, we've got Mark IV Chedak comlinks, we've got everything. So if we had tons and tons and tons of shard shop currency, we'd be able to make all those purchases. So I'm going to run out a few bronzium packs here. I've got 120,000 in the bank, so we run off a bunch of those shards. It gets us enough for one more purchase, and we settle on this Mark IV Chedak comlink. That's probably the one that's the most inconvenient, and it shows up less frequently in the shop. Here we're working on the Galactic Challenges, and this one we're trying to win with our troopers here. It's kind of our best team. We've got a bunch of relics. We get the sacrifice in, and you can see that we get defeated. So we go down a level and we try again. Working through that, we're able to work through Chewbacca first this time without Zalbar getting in the way. So we're going to have more success here on our second run. Managed to take this down. Then we're going to come in, I think we're going to come in again, go up a level again, and we're going to see if we can focus that Chewbacca down this time. And we managed to get to him, and we avoid getting stuck behind Zalbar. Get the sacrifice pretty early on, so in this case the troopers get souped up, and with the sacrifice they're able to do a good job. So we go up another level again. Let's see if we can get it, right? We get Chewbacca down, we get the sacrifice. It looks like we're in pretty good shape, and then we start really losing characters, and then at the end, stabilize, we pull it out, we get another advancement. So in this particular Galactic Challenge, we're close to getting box 8, and at the end of the day, I can go back to the beginning, use my Ewoks. They're pretty awful, but we are able to go in here with the Ewoks and clean that up, and just get over the line to the box 8. So that's nice. That's the first box 8 completion that we've had on Galactic Challenges on this account here in week 22. So that's a little landmark for you guys. I'm sure other people have done better sooner, but that's where I'm at. First time I've got the level 8 box. Same thing in the shops, doing the same thing over and over again. We buy Rex because he's here, we buy Zam because we're collecting her. There's nothing else that we want at the moment. Can't buy anything out of the guild store. We're just buying Malevolence and saving Get 1 currency for right now. And here I am again in the Shard shop, and there's a bunch of good stuff to purchase. I'm low on fleet currency, so I'm kind of reluctant to convert too much of it. But we'll be able to pick up a set of those detonators. That's okay. Again, I really try to force my purchases out of that Shard shop and constantly looking to make purchases. Fleet, you saw that there for the day. I'd only scored top 10, so I got 200 crystals. Not a great performance, but that's what I got, so that's what we'll take. All right, setting up some stuff for Grand Arena there. It's the last week of 3v3s when this was recorded, so still had to do that. Go into the Cantina, work on signal data this time. Like I said, we're switching off between signal data and Chirpa. So sometimes I'll be farming Chirpa, sometimes I'll be mostly farming signal data. So just a little bit of Chirpa here and there. Completing stuff for the day for the quests, grabbing mods, buying stuff out of the shop again. No conversions there from the Galactic War store, a bunch of stuff that I didn't own to 7 stars, so I gotta wait to convert that. 3100, Grievous shows up. That's nice, we get to grab another pack of Grievous shards there. That's the reason to always keep a bank in your fleet store, so that every time Grievous shows up, you can get him. We're going to do a single conversion out of here so that we can buy these med packs, get that back up to 40. That feels pretty good. These detonators, they're 15 cost out of the shop, so we're not going to force it and try to get those. Take a pass on them. Still farming this gold stun cuff for the ARC Troopers piece with all of our extra fleet energy. Same routine that we've done a million times before. So this particular day I came in the morning and I had missed my free energy drop, so I didn't get my 45 free energy for mod Cantina and regular energy on this day. But same thing applies. We're going to go in, farm that stun cuff. We're going to go into the finisher, I believe. We finished that piece now finally, so that's nice. And I think the finisher piece is also farmed out, so we're going to try to build hollow projectors for Anakin, and we're going to try to build the parts that we need for Shaak Ti, so that we can, again, we're working on the Relic character as the first priority. Shaak Ti needs to get to gear 12, and Anakin really needs to get his next gear tier. Hard farms, standard stuff really, same stuff we've been doing. All right, shop time, same purchases we always make for credits out of the shop. Guild store, Carbantes are here. We'd like to buy a set of Carbantes. Nubian scanners are down to 33. We really need to warehouse those up and make sure that we have 50 the next time we have a character that needs them. And I ended up slowing that down to like 50% speed. The speed at which I went through that shop and made that purchase and clicked that 33, it was, I couldn't even, I wouldn't have been able to explain it in the time that it took. But yeah, once you get this routine down and you know what you're looking for, you just see that 33, you know that you're going to warehouse, you spend currency there building that material up. So there you go. Make a couple purchases out of the shard shop, like always, trying to prioritize that stuff and make sure that we stay ahead of it. Fleet battles for the day, extra farm. This is midday around fleet payout time. Same thing we do all the time. Farm the standard pieces of gear, go into the shop. You can see we're 0 on the Mark IV back to gel, and still what we purchase is, you know, shards for characters and Carbantes. Because at the end of the day, if a character gets stuck on that Mark IV back to gel, we don't mind to farm it off of Darkside 9C. That's one of the best nodes in the game, so if we have to take a pass on something, it'll be that. Grand Arena store currency, we can buy some Kairos, get a little bit ahead over there. And taking a look at Gideon here. This is what I was referring to earlier. We ended up with 40 of these pieces. They're 15 each out of the shop. We can finish that out to 50 for 150. So we have the extra crystals. So we're going to go ahead, craft that piece of gear, and then when I do my weekly update, you'll see that I get to lock in another gear tier on Gideon there. All right, fleet time, and since I missed my fleet payout window in this case, I just go in, forfeit a battle, and you know, take what I get. Guild activity for the day is light side.
To me, a B&B, and I get his permission, or her permission, to put it on Airbnb at $130 a day. $130 a day times 20 days, which is average on Airbnb. Now that means that we are making $2,600. $2,600. How much is that my after I pay $1,200 to the owner, and let's say $200 in utilities, because this is a tiny little one-bedroom apartment, that means that I'm going to make $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month.
Wait till later, wait till after the guild reset, and now it's spend all energy day, and I can just come in here and do my standard farming. We're going to do Anakin, and we're going to do Enfys Nest. We're going to do this B1 battle droid. And then we're going to go into our hard farms for energy. Now, we're going to use up the rest of our fleet energy first. So we're going to use up energy through our standard 50 cost refreshes. Farming that furnace. So working on that character for Relic. Get in here, get some more mods. Work on potency mods for the day. Here we're going to farm a little bit of Chief Chirpa. We'll run down some Cantina energy. You can see that we're doing refreshes, right? It's spend all energy day, so by using our refreshes when it's appropriate to the guild objective, we can score a little bit higher on spend all energy day. Dark Trooper has 100 shards in the bank, so he's finished. As of now, the Dark Trooper is done on this account. Pretty fantastic. Come in here, farm the Hyena Bomber, the Imperial TIE Bomber on Queel's node, and then Hound's Tooth. We didn't farm Hound's Tooth right away. I think that may be a bit of a regret on this account. We should have gone ahead and just farmed the Hound's Tooth right from day one, but I thought we could do it with just the standard Geo fleet and be fine. Would have been really nice to have the Hound's Tooth. So we're getting it now, along with Bosk. Buy stuff out of the shop. Cantina currency, we had a bunch of it because we did the refreshes, so we send that over to the shard shop. We take a look at what we want to bank. We've only got 957 currency, so it's pretty low. Unless there's something compelling, we just pass. Come over here, feed the shard shop with 3 purchases. And going over to the shard shop, or the fleet store, looking for good stuff out of here. There's things we could buy, but our bank's not very big, so we just take a pass on it. Buy some Kairos out of the Galactic or Grand Arena store. We can buy the Nubian discs here from the shard shop. Make a couple conversions out of fleet, or just one in this case. And there's not really something that I'm compelled to buy. I could buy these syringes, and at the end of the day, I go ahead and make that purchase. If I had 80 of them, then I would probably pass on them. Those syringes are pretty popular, but if I have 80 in the bank, then that's 2 conversions. It's 2 pieces that I can make, so I'm probably okay with it. There you see we're farming the 9F light side node, and we're doing that to get the Mark III holo projectors. We want to make sure that we farm those up. I think that's what Anakin's waiting on for his current upgrade. All right, so we farm that out. Go into the shops, same thing over and over again. Buy the standard 4 pieces that we can buy for credits. Convert to shard shop currency. Again, we're at 47 on this prototype. Making 1 purchase puts us at 52. That assures that the next time we need that piece, we've got 50 of them. We just click the button. Down to 2,200, our bank is pretty low on fleet. Gonna take a look at the shard shop, but there's nothing that we can do there, so take a pass on it. All right, moving along. Trying to get something done for the Galactic Challenge here, or the the assault battle. This is the Ewok assault battle, and my troopers are really not that great. Vader's relicked, but these troopers are just putting in the work. You can see we're stacking up the Imperial trap stacks, ramping the turn meter, 50 stacks, 60 stacks, going on 70 stacks, and we just, walk through the whole assault battle. So then we go up to the next tier, Challenge Tier 1. Can you believe that was mythic tier with these guys? Look at this, gear 10, 2 troopers at gear 10, snow trooper at gear 8, Piet at 9, and Vader's relict, relic 6. You can use Vader in this team because he doesn't reset Emperor's trap. It gets reset if a non-Empire character takes a turn, but of course, Vader qualifies, so no problems there. He can go in the team. All right, so we start this out. You can see that the Ewoks at this level relative to our gear, they really have quite a lot of hit points. So we get Vader to go through Merciless Massacre. We stack up a bunch of stuff. We're just trying to make it so that they can't get a turn, right? If we can hold on to our stacks of Emperor's Trap, it makes a big deal. So we go into round 2. We've got 33 stacks of Emperor's Trap. We can link Vader over here again, and they get to go. So it resets our stacks again in the second round, but then once we finish out this second wave, I believe that we're able to hold our stacks for a long time in this battle. So here you see them stacking up, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 stacks, 106 stacks in the last battle. It looks like we're doing a lot of damage, but really it's low-level characters, with 110 stacks of the Emperor's Trap. So it really makes that broken how much damage you can do. And we complete our first Challenge Tier 1 mission at 3 stars with these garbage Imperial troopers. It's fantastic. So we go into Challenge Tier 2, and now you see these guys just annihilate our whole team before we even get to go. So we got to get a little more gear, get a little more speed. if we can go ahead of the Ewoks, we'll be able to get challenged here too. All right, this is the day 3 reset. Got some more raids that we can join. Take the stuff out of our mailbox. And then we'll go over to mods. We'll farm some defense mods for the day. Go into fleet, go through the challenges. B1, Anakin ship, Memphis Nest. Same things over and over and over again. I think in this case I actually skipped Memphis Nest. In my perception, just the idea that I have for how fast I get gear, I know that to complete this relic on the ARC Trooper at the end of the 3rd week, we're actually a little bit behind. So you'll see throughout the week that I actually skip some of my fleet hard farms so that I can focus even more of my fleet energy into that furnace piece and finish that relic out in time. And I mean, I'm not in a hurry to get Memphis Nest or the V1 Battle Droid. It's nice to farm them, but I don't have to have them. They're optional for me at this point in the game. They're just future projects. So if it makes more sense for me to focus my energy on the piece of gear that I need for relics, then that makes a lot of sense. Here I'm shopping for mods, and normally I just, kind of glance through here, but man, this mod looks good. I click off of it, I'm about ready to leave, and then I'm like, that mod is really good. It's a really good mod. And then I look at this one, it's got potency on an offense cross, which is not bad. It's got a flat offense stat, it's got speed, crit chance. It's pretty good stats. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh man, buying 2 mods in the same day is ridiculous. Like I just don't feel like I have the currency to buy mods. But man, there's 2 good ones, right? 2 good ones back to back in the same shop. So can't resist, I have to go buy those mods. And I would say in 22 weeks, I've probably purchased maybe 5 or 6 mods out of the mod shop. So it's pretty rare, and to see two mods that I consider to be that good in the same shop is like unheard of. So we come in here, we roll on this mod. We missed twice. The 3rd one hits speed, the 4th one hits speed. 13 speed's not, it's not the most fantastic thing in the world, but it justifies buying the mod. So it's a good mod. It's a good mod with decent speed, so we don't feel like we wasted our money there. Come in on this offense mod with potency. We hit crit chance, we hit defense again. Defense is the one bad stat, and we hit it a 3rd time. 4 defenses, complete garbage mod. So we got 1 good one, and it justified the cost of the purchase, and the other one is just complete garbage. So, oh well, 50% on the usefulness of those mods that we bought. It's a nice little diversion though, right? So nice to get those. Make a couple purchases out of the shard shop here. Again, just banking those materials. Come in here for our standard regular energy farms. We'll do the BTLB Y-Wing, the Hyena Bomber, the Imperial TIE Bomber, the Hound's Tooth, and that's it. So now on day 4, we come in after the reset. We got 4th in fleet for the day. So we take our stuff out of our mailbox. It's hard node day. We still have the opportunity to improve our hard node score a little bit. And in this case, we're actually going to do that. All right, let's see, going in for mods. Get those mods taken care of. Then we're going to go in for a little bit of signal data on the Cantina side of things. Grievous is getting pretty close to getting his 6th star, so looking forward to trying to hit another purchase out of there and get him to the 6th star. Farm up the Hyena Bomber. Farm up the Imperial TIE Bomber. Same stuff over and over again, guys. Hound's Tooth. The Dark Trooper's finished now, so that's freed up a little energy. We're going to have a lot more days where we can now farm this boss and get him up and running. He's been the last of our hard farm and if we can't get to him, we just skip him. But now with the Dark Trooper finished up on shards, that's looking pretty good. We'll farm that furnace just like we've been doing. We'll work on Anakin's piece. We've got him the projector. Now we need to work on his Mark IV Chedak comlink. So we're actually going to actively farm that. Remember, guys, we've got regular energy that we can focus on a piece, and we don't need it for Relic. We're done with our regular energy farms on the Relic. And that allows us to actually get over there and farm the Mark IV comlink. And we'll do that in a combination because it shows up on Nihilus's node. And we want Darth Nihilus anyway, so all the comlinks that we can farm off of Darth Nihilus node gets us character shards, as well as hopefully a lucky drop. And then the other farm is a dark side farm for that. We're out of these med packs. We're at 0. Again, we're going to go ahead and stock that. It's 15 out of the shop. We can buy it out of the shop. But if we can get the materials from the shops for shop currency, we're going to do that as a priority over buying it for crystals. We only do that if we need to finish it up and don't have a better way to get it. All right, next day in the morning, we get our free energy. Guess what we're going to do in fleet? I think we're going to farm the furnace. Same thing we've been doing over and over again, farming furnace. Now we're going to farm this comlink. We're going to make a guild request for it on this day, I think, also. So here we're farming the comlink, 35 out of 50. We'll go over to the mods. I've said before that what I'm doing now is splitting the mod energy, so whenever it's the reset, I'm farming mods. And then when I come in the morning and I get my free energy, free mod energy, I spend that one set of energy on slicing materials so that I have some slicing materials in the bank. You can see over the last few days we haven't converted a lot of stuff out of fleet, so we're back to having a bank of 5,000 over there. That's nice. We got these med packs in here. We always want these med packs. 53 of them, but man, whenever they're in here, we want them. So much for having that fleet bank. Off it goes, med pack into the account. Take stuff out of the mailbox from the raids. Complete our quests. Do our daily the event for the day was the mega battle, so we get to get that free loot. We've got these ships in the Galactic Challenge, and I feel like my fleet is not bad, so I think I've got a good chance of doing well in this fleet-based Galactic Challenge. But I get in here, and man, my stuff just gets hit hard. So trying to recover, trying to come out of this, figure out what reinforcement to bring in. Working on Vader now, rapidly getting my team cleaned up by their team, and yeah, it's not going well for the home team or the away team. I don't know which we are in this case, but I'll say that we're the home team because we're using home 1. Lost. We'll drop it down a level, see what we can do. Again, we got bad RNG there. There's a part of this quest that says we have to finish it with 3 droid ships. And like right as I clicked join, I noticed that I had 2 of the droid ships, but I didn't have the IG-2000. And just by putting that in the reinforcements and having the 3rd droid ship somewhere in my fleet lineup, then I can complete that quest. So I went back out, we got the IG in there, and we're able to complete that fleet battle. I think that was tier 7. And I really feel like I should be able to do this, so I'm trying to kill the TIE bomber first, but then either trying to do Vader or trying to do the shuttle, like trying to figure out how it is that I can work my way through this. And I'm getting a bit frustrated because my fleet is good, and I can't even get done with the level 8 here and get defeated again. So frustrating. I want to get that level 8 box again, and if I can't complete the level 8 Galactic Challenge, then I'm not going to get box 8. So not looking good. Farming Anakin's ship, nest, B1. Same stuff we've been doing over and over again every day. Complete the Galactic War, complete the challenges, farm mods. Mods are going to my inbox. I'm over full on mods. Haven't done much mod work for the week. So here we'll go in, we'll sell. Everything that's 3 and 4 dot we're going to sell. Take the mods out of our inbox, get them into the account. Then we'll farm our standard hard nodes for the day again. Like always, Queel for the bomber, Bosk. Farming dark side stuff for the day so we can pick up Wicket on dark side. Pick him up on dark side days, you'll eventually have Wicket. Having a 7-star Wicket unlocks an event that allows you to get 2 more free Zeta materials every month, roughly every month. So you put Wicket on farm, and then when it's dark side day, go ahead and collect some of his shards. That's what I'm doing. Slowly over time. But then if I ever want Wicket, you know, I'll be that much closer to having him. Buy some Ewok shards here out of the guild store. The B2 Super Battle Droid and Finn are both characters that I'll want and need someday, so I end up buying the Finn. We let the B2 Battle Droid go. Looking around for stuff to buy out of the squad store. More mod stuff. Good stats, but only 3 speed, so we're not going to buy a mod that starts with 3 speed. Another Razor Crest. Just crazy how much the Razor Crest showed up in these 2 weeks where I was recording everything. Recording almost everything. I didn't get everything. I work, so usually the midday stuff I can't record, so missed a lot of the midday things. Complete our quests for the day. Then around to day 6, the morning of day 6, we collect our free energy. Again, use that particular energy to go in and farm slicing materials once. We go into Anakin, we're looking at these comm links. I'm gonna keep farming those comm links. We really want to get Anakin this gear tier this week. All right, signal data. Shakti has her piece that she needs to be leveled up, and it's not going to interfere. I've made sure that I've farmed enough Kairos that I can get her the piece that she needs, and also still have everything I need for the relic on Arc Trooper. So we've been doing that. Remember how I told you guys I thought I could complete this fleet battle at tier 8? Here I am going at it again. You know, 2 or 3 more tries on that. Still no success, but convinced that somehow I should be able to do that fleet battle. Make some conversions out of the Galactic War store. Pick up the Razor Crest again. Fantastic. Nothing else of interest in the shard shop. I want to buy that first order TIE pilot someday. So I'm almost 5,000 in my bank. So I go ahead and just toss a purchase at him. Take a look at the shard store. We have the least of the furnaces, so we're going to go ahead and buy that. Again, the warehouse strategy, that's the one that we're lowest on. We got to restock our inventory for someday when we need it. Come in and do our farms. Guess what? We're farming that furnace. It's like we need that furnace or something. Doing our refreshes. Getting the daily objectives done. Farming some mods. We'll go into our standard farms for our hard nodes. Wrecker, Queel, Django for the Hound's Tooth, Bosk for the Hound's Tooth, and then, oh, we missed it. I didn't notice that. Oh man, we missed farming the hyena bomber this day. Interesting. Didn't get the hyena bomber farmed. Yikes. We're going to buy some of these Mark V weapon techs. It's a piece that you need everywhere. It's not bad to stock up on those and have some of them in the bank. I wouldn't do a lot of them. You don't want to overinflate the amount that you need. But if you can use that piece from a purchase, it frees up a whole bunch of pieces that you didn't have to combine. And those pieces that you didn't have to use to make it are feeding your relic materials over at the scavenger. Make another purchase on that malevolence. That's nice. Take a look at the shard shop here. We've got the detonators. We've got these med packs. You know me, guys. Every time those med packs show up, I want them. So, boom. We look at the other stuff. We buy those med packs. Complete our quests. Day 7. Yay! We're at day 7. We're at the end of week 22. We got to relic this character, and he's still not ready to relic yet. That's disappointing. Anakin still doesn't have enough stuff to get his level up. So what are we gonna do? That's crazy. I'm just short on everything. All right, go in here in the shop. Buy all the stuff out of the shop like we usually do. Guild store. Looking for good stuff out of the guild store. First order TIE Pilot, SF TIE Pilot we'll want someday. So I'm looking at him, and then I end up not making the purchase just because I'm kind of low on my bank. 5,700 in the fleet store now. We could buy Poe. He's in there. We'll want him someday. We could have clicked buy on that, or just pass, either one. In this case, looks like we decided to pass. Convert extra shards in the shard shop. There's a med pack in there. We're at 74. I'm not going to force it. All right, guess what, guys? I'm back in the fleet battle again. Like, why can I not complete this thing on tier 8? It's got to be possible. Try different starting ships. Still not going to work. So then I just come in here and complete the cargo ship challenge. I gave it a try, guys. I really thought I should be able to do that. I really felt like that must be something that could be done. All right, coming in here, trying to beat some Phoenix with some Imperial troopers. I think this is for the other part of the... oh, this is for the next Galactic Challenge. That's for the next one that showed up. So again, we just work through this to the best of our ability. We get as much stuff as we can. Go in here with our bounty hunters and get some completions up to level 3 just to increase our box by one more. Excuse me. Alrighty, guys. And guess what? That last farming session, we got just this last farming session to do, and we're at 48 pieces out of 50. 50 out of 50, right? Perfect. Done. This character can be reliced. Anakin, 48 out of 50. Just have this last farming session. Can we do it? Can we get it? There we go. 50 out of 50. He can be upgraded. It all comes together right here at the end. Couldn't have been any closer than that, guys, but it just timed out perfectly. Now, not quite. So if you guys want to go back and look at my last fleet farming session from the prior night. I didn't make a big deal out of it as I was narrating it, but if you go back now, you're going to see fleet energy on the prior night. I didn't do any hard farms at all. I just went straight in on that furnace. I knew that I was close. I knew that I might not make it. I knew that just needed those last few pieces. So I skipped my hard farms for the day on day 6 and finished out exactly on time on day 7. So there you go. Sacrificed one day of hard farm, but I'd rather have the character relicked than to have my character to 7 stars one day earlier. That's pretty irrelevant. So then it's it's time for the weekly update. This is the weekly update then for week 22. And we can hit Relic 5 on this ARC Trooper. That was the goal, to get him reliced in week 22, and we did. Boom. Done. You remember how we talked about putting together the materials for a Relic 7. We really want to get 5s to Relic 7. And you know what? Now we got that too. Again, it's just, we looked at those materials, we paid attention to them, we farmed them up, we scavenged them out, we got all prepped for it. I think the prep for that was even in week 21 where we finished out the materials that we needed to get a Relic 7. Shakti needs to go to Gear 12 and be the next character that we Relic. Here we go, Gear 12. She needs 2 armors, so she's in good shape. I mean, look at all the stuff we've got for her. We've warehoused all this stuff. We've got more than 50% progress on every piece that she needs. We've almost got that other armor piece. We've almost got each of the pieces for the right-hand side. So Shakti is just in fantastic shape. We're going to be able to Relic her in 1 week. Anakin gets his next gear tier, and he's immediately stuck behind the Chedak comlinks again. But you know, we can look at Anakin's gear tiers over on Swgoh.gg or on like other programs that show you what gear you need, Swgoh events, for example. So we knew that we were going to need that Chedak comlink, and again, we'll just, when we have the free energy, we're going to be able to farm that comlink and get Anakin his next gear tier. Couple weeks out, he's not the priority. We're going to work on Shakti first, of course. Got to get her Relic. Now, after Shakti's Relic, we're going to have an issue because we have nothing else ready to Relic after Shakti. So because she's going to be on an easy 1 week cycle, we literally don't have the next character prepared to Gear 12. But that's not a problem. We're going to be able to solve that one too. All right, we're going to put some investment into Django and Bosk. We're getting to the point now where these guys can get some skills. We'll put some mods on them. Maybe work on the Mandalorian here in the coming weeks. So we've got, you know, we've got some things we can do. Try to work a little bit on Bosk's passive, but we only get 1 on that. The passive is a really big deal. We need Bosk to Gear 11 to get that passive fully to 8. On the Houndstooth. 23 ship Omegas, so we put some of those toward skills on the Imperial TIE Bomber. Remember, every skill you put on a pilotless ship increases all of that ship's stats. So that's it for the update for the week. For watching, remember to use your like saber if you haven't done that already. It helps me, it helps the channel. And subscribe to watch more videos like this in the future and be notified. Also, join us over on Discord. The link is in the description of the Holocron down below. We've got a fantastic Discord. A bunch of new players learning stuff, asking questions, a bunch of experienced players that are willing to help answer questions. Really a positive community and great, helpful people over there. Hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next Holocron.